Hey everybody, welcome to our VectorVest YouTube channel. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Glad that you're joining me here for Trending Thursday, where we look at stocks live. We look to see what stocks are making moves in the market, and we use the VectorVest software to analyze those stocks, and then possibly you're going to find some stocks that you like, some that you don't like, and help you to manage the ones that you're currently in. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. I am dual streaming. I am on both YouTube and I am on Facebook, and I can see the chat today on Facebook. So everybody who is chatting in, there you go. Tim Henry said hi on Facebook. So there you go. I got people watching. I've got the comments coming in. So good to go today. Joey is here to help me out to make sure that I'm good to go this time. And listen, it is all good. I'm glad that everything's coming in. So where are you coming in from as well? Why is LSID crashing so bad today? Tommy, we're going to talk about that today in regards to the EV space. So a lot of that, I believe, is going to be profit taking. Lucid's probably losing some money. I know that Rivian is losing some money. I just know that because right now those stocks have gone up so much in the past week or so that it's definitely going to be some profit taking. So wow, I got a lot of people in. I got Tim is signing in from New York. Kirby is on Facebook and on YouTube. Man, talk about multitasking. Way to go. Youssef is calling in or checking in from Montreal, Canada. Wow, Eton here from Israel. I've got people from all over the world. Gotta love it, and I'm glad that you guys are tuning in today. We do this every Thursday. If you're brand new to the channel, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be alerted to when new content comes in. And on the Facebook side, I think it's a stars thing, right? Yeah. So hit the like button, hit the stars. There we go. I'm getting some likes coming in on Facebook, so there we go. All right. Good googly muggly. I'm in from Milwaukee. Look at that. So Joey put this new emote up there so that I can highlight specific questions, but that's a Glennism, right? Good googly muggly. Gotta love that. All right, so, and here's Jay. Wow, I got a lot of hearts coming in now, too. Wow. And Lisa's in Yonkers. You know, I lived in Yonkers for a little bit. Before I moved down here to North Carolina. So I like Yonkers. Is the Nathan still there? Is the Nathan still there in Yonkers? I love that Nathan's. All right. So let's get hot and heavy. I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We're going to be talking about infrastructure stocks. We're going to be talking about what's going on in the market. We're going to talk about the clean energy EV. So Lucid is in that story as well, as along with Rivian and Tesla. We're going to be talking about mining uranium stocks today. Woo! And you know something? The market is down bigly today. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you guys how to manage your portfolios even when the market is moving down. So you don't want to miss that. I'm going to hold that to the end. I'm going to help you guys out so that no matter what the market does, whether it's going up, going down, you guys are going to be able to make money regardless. So stick to the end. I promise you that I've got something real good for you in regards to what's going on to help yourselves make money in the market no matter what. All right, let's go find where my VV7 is. It's over here. Let me move this over here real quick. I'm not ready for it yet, but I got to open it up just so that it's here. All right. Oh, you can't even see it. All right. So we always start off with the market overview, what's going on in the market, right? So from that perspective, let's go see what news is affecting the market. Before we do that, let's get into the homepage of the software. Let's go take a look at what's going on today. So I'm going to bring this back over. I don't know why that just happened. I'm going to bring this back over, and I'm going to move my screen in a second to here. So market's down today, and then it pulled back. The market was down a lot, and then it pulled back. Notice that if we look to the right-hand side in our quick list, we've got a mixed day in the market. The Dow is now only down 48 points, but the NASDAQ, the S&P are up. Our VectorVest composite is down. A lot more stocks going down than going up as far as the decline is to advanced. Looking at our color guard, we're getting more red lights in the color guard. But prior to that, we had a lot of yellow. As a VectorVest subscriber, we've been telling you to be cautious in the market. So as a subscriber to the software, folks, we give you guidance every single day. For those of you who are not subscribers to the software, we're still offering it to 99 cents right here on YouTube. So still, for 99 cents, you can take out a trial to the VectorVest software for 30 days. And everything that I show here in Trending Thursday, you will have the ability to do. 99 cents, folks. And again, if you're brand new, I still invite you to hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. And when you do that, a little emote is going to pop up on the screen saying thank you for subscribing to the software. Somebody's saying on YouTube, Neo is screaming buy. Not yet, man. Not yet. You noticed that Neo missed on deliveries of vehicles and got slammed. I'm not thinking that it's a buy just yet, Snoopy. All right, but I'm going to keep my eye on it. Inflation trial is now $1.99. Is that case? When did that move? Somebody said that. Kirby says, Kirby, here on YouTube, it's still at 99 cents. It's still, I don't know where you're getting the $1.99 from, Kirby. As far as I know, it's still 99 cents still here from a YouTube. Rivian and Lucid stopped out on 50%. Never give back more than half your stop. Absolutely. And again, I'm telling you that Rivian and Lucid ran up so much in a short amount of time that I am going to put that all behind profit taking. Either one of those stocks bad? No. My thing about Rivian is I got to make sure that they can produce cars and sell cars. I think that the backing between Amazon and Ford is good for them, and there's a lot of buzz behind it. I'm not sold totally on it yet until I can see that they can come through with delivery of cars like Lucid is starting to do. Lucid has been around a long time, for the last year or so as a SPAC, but until they started selling cars, then they started to move. So that's my take on both Lucid and on Rivian. And Neo, I'm not ready to buy it yet. I don't know if they're going to recover from the missing of sales just that quick. So regarding the Tampa event, how is the content different from the multi-days online events that VectorVest are on earlier this year? What we've had earlier this year was a summit. The summit talked about a lot of different parts of the program, but we also had a whole lot of outside people talk about other things as well. At the VectorVest Tampa 2 day, it's strictly about the VectorVest software. And then we also talk about some new things that we have in the pipeline to get you guys ready nonetheless. All right. So as we look at the homepage, we see that we have a mixed market today. Not a time to panic, even though today we have more stocks going down than going up. But overall, what's the big mover of the market? Still earnings. Companies are still beating and meeting their earnings expectations. So that's going to keep us in a bull market overall. So even with that being said, I'm fine at where he sit. I just don't want you guys to panic. All right, so that's what's going on in the market. What do you think about the Meta ETF? Let's talk about that later in the presentation. I will take a look at that for you. Not the Meta as in Facebook changing their name to Meta, but the Meta ETF. And I have talked about that a couple of times at it. Aiden, I have talked about the Meta. I like it in regards to taking a look at the whole space with just one ticker symbol. All right, so this is what's going on in the market today. Let's go see what news is moving the market. All right, and here we go. Fed is losing credibility over its inflation narrative, Mohammed El Arian said. So when I look at that, I've been telling you that the transitory statement about inflation was just not right. I'm not an economist in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but the inflation was just moving the way that it was moving, and the Fed didn't want to cause any panic. And I understand that, but it wasn't transitory. It's here to stay for a while, and that's not going to change until we raise interest rates, which I think is going to happen early next year. It's going to have to. That's the way that you stave off rising inflation. Rising inflation means rising prices, and you can't let prices rise uncontrollably. So at some point in time, we're going to have to raise their interest rates, and I still think it's going to be earlier than they expected. And the Fed has already started tapering off on the bond buying, which is going to affect the market in an adverse way. But earnings are still the engine that's driving the stock market higher. Next thing, U.S. jobless claims came in today. Little change, potential sign that layoffs have hit a plateau. I'm not sure that people have been laying off unless they have not been able to hold staff for their businesses. You still go out to a lot of restaurants. There's a lot of wait time because there's only a few wait staff in the restaurants. And maybe that's affecting business enough that people are laying off people. But there's a lot of jobs out there that people are just not taking. Wow, new star senders. What is that? Somebody's, I don't know what that is. It's a notification thing? Okay, I'm just making sure. Thank you, Joey. All right, so I still think that the jobs are out there, but a lot of people are not taking them. A lot of people are looking for a much higher wage to keep up with inflation. There's a lot of things going on in the whole job market, but that makes it a little interesting. It's little change in a potential that layoffs have plateaued. And those are my two stories on the market today. Not a whole lot. Still, the big story is inflation. For me, the big story is even more looking at earnings and that companies are still making earnings. And I'm going to talk about a stock later today that blew the earnings out the water. Did you get the baseball thingy? We didn't get it? No? Okay. All right. So that's where we stand. Let's get back into the VectorVest software and let's go take a look at the two indicators that I look at for tracking what the market's doing. I'm going to go to the viewers tab and I'm going to go to the watch list viewer, and I got to go find my watch list for today. YouTube trending Thursday. Let's go find out 11. What's today's date? 11/18. There it is, 11/18/21. Here's my stocks that I'm looking at today. And for those of you who are brand new, I'm looking at 22 different stocks today, right? Stocks and ETFs. When I look at this, these stocks are already sorted in the VectorVest system in the watch list by our master indicator VST. So the stocks that have the best combination of value, safety, and timing will automatically migrate to the top of the list. This is the stock that I talked about that blew the cover off the ball, and it's the number one stock out of 22 stocks in the list. Dick says, do you ever hold stocks long-term even when the VectorVest program has a sell because you believe in the company long-term? And Dick, the answer to your question is yes. I have core positions that I'm holding long-term. And when the market goes down, I sell covered calls on them. Why? Because I do not want to give up on the stocks, number one. Number two, most of my stocks that are my core holdings pay a dividend. I'm still going to get that dividend every quarter on those stocks. And three, I can, in effect, offset the price depreciation by selling covered calls. So yes, my core positions I will still hold even in a confirmed down situation and things like that. Anybody who's asking me for stocks, all right, I'll only say this once. Anybody who's asking me for individual stocks, I will do that at the end of the presentation where I will give you an opportunity to look at your individual stocks. All right, so the next questions that come up about that, I won't respond to them. I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. Actually, I will a little bit. But that's what's going to happen. Any individual stocks will do at the end of the presentation, and we will quickly go through those stocks. So the two stocks that I look at for timing the market, if you are a VectorVest subscriber, I look at the VVC. If you are not a subscriber to the VectorVest software, we're going to use a benchmark, and we're going to use the S&P 500. All right, those are the two stocks, and let's go see what they look like over the last 3 months. We're going to view the stock graph. Let's take a look at them over the last 3 months. So the market's been rocking and rolling. All right, and with today and yesterday's activity, the market's pulled off its most recent highs, sitting at a value on the VectorVest composite of about $71.28. For those of you who are new, what is the VectorVest composite? The VectorVest composite is an indexed arithmetic average of all of the stocks that we track, and currently we track over 9,000 stocks. All of those stocks are in one ticker symbol in the VectorVest system, and we feel that it's a better representation of the broad market move. So coming off the high that occurred on, let's see, 11.9, about 9 days ago, the market's pulled off. The 3 and the 8 from a shorter term perspective have crossed to the downside. Let's go take a look at it from a swing trade perspective where I look at a 20-day exponential moving average. The market or the VectorVest composite is bouncing right off that level of the 20-day exponential moving average. So let's go see if that can hold. I've got a little wick at the bottom. Let's see if that level of the 20-day exponential moving average can hold and see if the market could bounce back up. But we have pulled back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. We've pulled back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 8 days. Does that mean it's time to panic? Not at all. This is a time where you tighten the stops on the stocks that you currently own and don't take big losses and don't be afraid to take some profits off the table to lock them in. So the market is pulling back a little bit, but not enough for you to panic just quite yet. Let's go look at the S&P 500. Looks a little different, right? Well, how can it look different from that VectorVest composite? Understand that the S&P 500 tracks 500 stocks, whereas our VectorVest composite tracks the move of over 9,000 stocks. It can look a little different. And right now, the S&P 500 is not that far from the all-time high, sitting at 470.65. Today, it's trading right now at 469.30. So not far, but a little indecision on the day nonetheless. All right, you see that little bit of a doji, but a lot of wick at the bottom of the candle showing me that it's got some potential to continue to move higher. But let's see if it can take out that all-time high again of 470.65. So that's where the market looks like at this particular point in time. A little bit of a mixed market today, but over the last 3 months, the market is definitely moving up nonetheless. Anybody have any questions in regards to what's going on in the market? Talk to me. Hey, Kathy. Hey, how are you doing? Kathy's saying hello from Facebook. All right. If anybody's got any questions about what's going on in the market, let me know. While that's going on, don't forget that we will be in Tampa. We will, huh?
So your stupid notifications are blocking. Look over here.
I'm looking. Okay, huh?
Right here.
Wow. How does,
Stupid thing.
all right, so I don't know how we get that to go away. We will be in Tampa from January 7th and January 8th. I have the opportunity to help to co-host. I will be there live. I will help to co-host the event for those 2 days. You definitely want to go if you can. If you're going live, you need to do it soon because the seats will sell out. The live seats will sell out. You want to go to www.vectorvest.com/Tampa if you want to go live. If you want to have the opportunity to watch it live stream in your home or wherever you are, go to www.vectorvest.com/stream. Either one of those you can go to. We'd love to see you there live if you can be there. But if not, also please take up the opportunity to go by way of the stream. And that's right, folks. Hit the like button. And if you are still new to the channel, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We do this every single week on Thursday. And if you like what you see so far, let me know by hitting the subscribe button. And if you do, a little emote is going to pop up saying thank you for doing so. All right. So that is the first story on the market. My next story is going to be on infrastructure. I don't have any specific news on it. Why? Don't need to. Don't need to because everybody out there should know about it. The bill got signed on Monday into law. So now infrastructure bill, about $1.2 trillion is out there to be spent on infrastructure. I am going to do a deeper dive on infrastructure stocks to take a look at tomorrow on our 6 p.m. video. By all means, folks, if you're not supporting those videos that Patrick and I do on YouTube, please do so. But I am going to touch a little bit. Thank you for that, Mark. I am going to touch upon it today a little bit. I'm going to give you 2 stocks that caught my radar for infrastructure, and I'm going to give you 2 ETFs to look at for that as well. Mark gave us a super chat of $25. There you go. Why is that like that? Why is it short like that? Mark, you love that emote, don't you? Did I miss this question? Why or how do you choose these 22 stocks every week? David, I do not have 22 stocks every week. They vary. And I go through what industries or what sectors are moving to get my stories for Trending Thursday. Why am I looking at infrastructure? Because it's big news. My other stories that I'm going to be looking at, I'm going to tell you why I picked those sectors or those industries, and we'll get to that in a moment. But infrastructure was definitely based on news. So I've got a couple of stocks that I want you to look at. One of them is Martin Materials. Another one is an ETF, Nail. Nope, that's not what I want. Let me see. Martin Materials, I want Fastly. Look at that. And I want two ETFs that I want to look at, Pave and Grid. There's Pave, and let's go down. Where's Grid? Grid is in here somewhere. It was supposed to have been in here somewhere. There it is, Grid. So now, Martin Materials and Fastnell are two stocks in this space you definitely want to keep your eyes on. Again, tomorrow at 6 p.m., I will do a deeper dive, and I will give you more infrastructure stocks to look at, and I'm going to show you how to best position yourself to find the best infrastructure stocks that only VectorVest can do for you, So here's my 4 stocks in the space right now for infrastructure. They're all highlighted. I'm going to view the stock graphs. All right, so first one, Martin Materials, building cement. With that, with a lot of infrastructure going on, you're going to have a lot of building going on. I like MLM above the value of the 20-day exponential moving average. I'm looking at relative value on the stock. It's above 1. This stock should outperform a AAA corporate bond by 31%. The stock is a safe stock. The stock is in an uptrend. Positive earnings. Look at that. Positive earnings. The earnings growth rate is falling a little bit, but look at the sales and the sales growth. They're doing a lot of business now, and they're probably going to be doing a lot more business. The stock is above the 20-day exponential moving average. I'd like to see it pop back above that 3-month session high. My next one I have is Fastly. Look at that stock. Good googly muggly. This is in the building products. Above the 20-day, still moving up. Even when the market's down 5 out of the last 8 days, Fastly is still moving, trading at 61.37, just hot off the 3-month high of 3 days ago at 61.75. Look at the earnings. Look at the earnings growth. Look at the sales. Look at the sales growth. Fastly has to be on your list of infrastructure stocks to definitely keep your eyes on. Now, my other 2 are ETFs. Pave, which looks at the whole industry of infrastructure. Right now, leveling out, a little consolidation, but clearly above the 20-day exponential moving average. Volume's been pretty steady. And then the last one is Grid, which is the ETF sector, but for energy, above the 20-day, a little bit of a down day today, but hitting an all-time 3-month high. Volume is pretty steady, and because it's an ETF, earnings growth, sales growth, and sales not moving nearly as much, but definitely above my 20-day moving average. A little bit of a down day, but even with that, a new 3-month high. Actually, Sunil, all right, so that's Cycle Trade talking to Sunil. Hi, Glenn, so many searches. What's the best way to swing trade? That is a loaded question, Sunil, that I cannot answer just in here. That's a great question, but that's a loaded question. And guess what, Sunil? I believe you are a subscriber to the software. We have free courses that help you to walk through learning how to swing trade, and then we've got a paid course that walks you through that as well. Nail is not ready for that yet because I'm looking in that when I get to the home section. So not about Nail. Remember, this is all about the whole space, which looks at from infrastructure, looking at bridges and roads, 5G, clean energy. That's the whole space. We're going to get to building in a second where Nail will be a part of that, Mark. Nail will be a part of that, but when I'm looking at infrastructure, I'm looking at a bigger picture. When I'm looking at building, it's a smaller picture within the bigger picture. Does that make sense, Mark? All right, well, does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So we'll look at that. Those are my stocks within that space. Those 4 stocks, 2 stocks, 2 ETFs. I like the idea of always giving you an ETF to look at because that way you don't have to hone in on just one stock. I don't want you to always have to do that. The ETFs gives you a better way to diversify. Nucor is up 3% today. Peter, that was one of my stocks to look at, but I wanted to look at stocks that were going up more than going down. Nucor, if I go to Nucor real quick, Nucor is leveling out. It may be up today, but I want to get you on the ones that are rocking and rolling. Does that make sense? Who just asked me that? Does that make sense, Peter? All right, does that make sense, Peter? All right, because Nucor and steel, I think, are going to be big role players in the space. But I'm just waiting for it to move or start to move or give me a trigger. The stocks that I gave you today, MLM and Fastly, were definitely movers that were moving up right now. All right, so anybody got any other questions in regards to infrastructures? All right, and if not, I'm going to move on to my next story. Dang it. I hate when that happens. Really? There we go. So my next story is going to be on builders. All right. You wanted to know about builders? Here we go. The builder confidence up on strong demand even as supply side challenges persist. People are still looking to build houses. Low existing inventories and strong buyer demand help push builder confidence higher for the third consecutive month, even as supply side challenges, including building material bottlenecks and a lot of labor shortages, remain stubbornly persistent. So even through all the headwinds with building is still up. People are still willing and looking to build houses. Now, we all know that house buying is still up. People are still buying houses sight unseen because of the amount of supply that's out there, and people want to get into homes. But people are still thinking about and wanting to build houses. So that's the story that I have on building. Now we're going to go take a look at the stocks. Take a look at the stocks that I have on them as well. All right. So the stocks that I have in the building sector. Now, why did I pick building? Because somebody said, how do you pick your 22 stocks that you look at? I look at sectors that are moving, and then I make the stories off of them. Why am I looking at building? Because building over the last 2 weeks by relative timing in the VectorVest software is up 5% in the last 2 weeks. That's a nice move on the sector. So that tells me that the sector is moving. When I look at the 40 sectors that I have all together, building right now is number 16, is the 16th best sector. So it's moving up over the last 2 weeks, and it's number 16 out of all of the sectors. So what I did is I went through and I found some stocks within that sector for you to take a look at, and that's what we're going to look at in my list. Let's talk about the stocks that I have in the building sector. Hovnanian. Let's go see where Hovnanian sits. There it is. Out of 22 stocks, it's more towards the top half of it. The next one that I have in that space is D.H. Horton. Where's that at? DHI. There it is, DR Horton. Number 3 in the list. Again, now you know why I'm looking at builders. What else is in here? Lennar Homes. Look at that. That's number 4 in the list. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. You should put that up there. Yeah.
I told you how. All you gotta do is do that.
Just do that. Hi, Glenn. You look handsome. I like that. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate that.
And then this way.
And then hit that. All right. What makes you think I don't know what? By the way, say hi to my right-hand man, Joey. Say hi, Joey.
You told. Oh, hi.
All right. You want to fight? Do you want to fight today?
Let's go.
All right. You know what'll happen when we fight, right? That's you. Joey's my producer.
Joey hit me.
Joey is my right-hand man. He's the guy that makes me look good on screen. All right. And the fourth stock that I have in this space is Nail. All right. There you go, Mark. I told you it was going to be in there. Look at where my housing stocks sit. So the person that asked me, forgot who asked me, the person who asked me about how do I find the stocks, I go through them. Remember, this is Trending Thursday. I want to see what sectors are trending. From that, I will then dig into the stocks within that, and then I will try to find news on those stocks. But the number of stocks that I look at on a weekly basis can change depending on what's hot. The person that asked me that question, does that answer your question about how I find my stocks? Hopefully it does. Just type a yes in the room. All right. How many of you are relatively new to the channel and you find this information useful? Type a 1 in the room. For those of you who think that it's just blasé and, it's okay, type a 2 in the room. I'm just curious to know. Remember, I put a lot of work into the stories that we have on Trending Thursday every Thursday. So if you guys are finding that this stuff is useful to you already, type a 1 in the room. That goes both on the Facebook side and the YouTube side, folks, because I want to make sure, because if we're not, I'll do another segment. I'll do Tipsy Thursday and we sit here and get drunk. Hey. If it don't work, I'm going to sit there. I see the Aiden. I'm seeing Kirby touch a lot of ones. I just want to make sure, folks, because I want to make sure that you guys come. Not only that, you said 1.5, Chris. Wow. Not only that, I'm curious to know how many of you ever share this link with people in your social circle. Type a me. How many of you actually share these links, these Trending Thursday links in your social circle? Type a me in the room. Because if you're not doing it, folks, I would really love for you to do it. That's how we get new eyes to this channel. So if you typed in not me, I am going to ask you to please share this link. Share this link. Thank you, Mark. I'm going to ask you to please share this link with people on your social circle. David says, not me. I hear you. But if you're saying not me, I'm asking you, hopefully you'll change your mind about that and really start sharing these links. I want to get new eyes. I want to get new eyes onto the channel. All right. You answered my question, a follow-up question. Do you look at trending sectors, stocks, or on Monday and Tuesday, on Thursday before you start the session? Yeah. When I look at the trends over the last couple of weeks, I do that sometime earlier in the week, probably around Tuesday or Wednesday, preparation for Thursday. All right. I look at it normally Tuesday or Wednesday, preparation for Thursday. All right. So for all of you guys and gals who are sharing the link with your social circle, thank you. Again, folks, that's the only way that I can grow the channel with new eyeballs. I want new eyeballs. I love that you guys are here, tried and true and supporting us, but we're trying to grow the channel. I want new eyeballs. All right. And Mark, stop pushing my buttons. Mark says, I love this talk show. That's an inside joke. You don't know. It happened in the Jockey Club. You do know about it? You don't know about it. You don't know about it. All right. So these are my 4 stocks, my 3 stocks and 1 actually ETF. I think that these are good. These are some of the best building companies out there. So not me. Most of my friends don't trade, only invest with major online brokers and advisors. Barry, I can hear you. I hear you on that. All right. Some people you're not going to be able to reach out to. But for those that do want to reach out and get other people involved, by all means do. Let's take a look at these graphs. So again, the building sector is moving. Wow. Hovnanian, look at the buildup. It pulled back, dropped below the 20-day, but look at the buildup now on bigger volume, now going above average volume. Watch the earnings per share. So the news is telling me one thing, but the stocks are telling me something else. But with the news, we could be seeing an influx and a buildup in the industry, all right? How about Hovnanian just broke through a level of resistance at 92.96. It did it yesterday. We've got more follow through today. The move is looking at above average volume. Something to definitely keep in mind. Another big builder. Good, googly muggly. Look at that. And that one looks like an airplane taking off. DHI, D.I. Horton looks even better than the first one, right? DHI looks even better than the first one. And man, right at a level of a high today, new level of a high. Love the volume. Let's go to the next one. Lennar looks good too. So what was the first one? The first one was Hovnanian. It looks like D.R. Horton, Lennar are outpacing the first stock, and that's a good thing. All right. Again, stocks, if the industry is starting to rise and the sentiment is starting to rise, this is a good place to start to have your money. And then if you want to play the whole space, Nail, look at that. Also running. Is it too late? Has the train left? Not yet. I think that if it's starting to pick up, and notice that these 3 picked up, whereas Hovnanian wasn't as strong. I like this analysis to help you to put your money in the right spot, folks. to help you to put your money in the right spot. Just because they're all in the same industry doesn't mean all of the stocks are the same. All right, keeping that in mind. Question, on these stocks, you recommend some of them are above the value of the stock. Do you look at that? Yes, I do, to a certain degree. The majority, a lot of stocks in the software right now are overvalued. That doesn't make it a bad thing, all right? I'm going to put that up there. That doesn't make it a bad thing. It just means that people are willing to pay a premium to own the stock. But I do have an indicator called relative value. If I have an overvalued stock, but I have a relative value above 1, I'm still okay with that stock because the stock's got good upside potential. If people are willing to pay a premium, driving the stock's price higher, and the stock's got high potential to outperform the market, I'm still okay with that. So Heidi, that's a great question. Hopefully I answered that question for you. And Kirby says, Hovnanian earnings are dropping, replaced with Builder. I would either, if you're going to look at either Builder, I'd either go with BLDR or I'd go with Nails. If you want to look at the whole industry, or I would look at Lennar or DR Horton to replace on Hovnanian. Again, I like the idea that we were able to see all three of them on the graph and determine which ones were the better ones to put up. Please put earnings date on the chart. I could put earnings. The dates won't show up until we get the announcements in from the company. So the earnings dates, I don't have them forward yet because they haven't put it up. I've got to go to another viewer to see the earnings dates. But if I see the earnings, notice that I don't see, where's the earnings? Why am I not showing earnings? That's interesting. I'm not sure why the earnings are not popping up. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's go to another one. There we go. Here's the earnings dates on Lennar. Lennar, evidently, they didn't like their last earnings, but since then it's been resilient enough to come back. DHI had good earnings. Look at that stock's price go up. And Hovnanian's last earnings after it fell, but now starting to rise. Hopefully that helps you out, Bob. All right. I can't show the future earnings, but I can show what the stock has done from past earnings. All right. So that's my story on the building sector. Again, it's number 16 out of the 40 sectors that we have, and it's up 5% over the last 2 weeks. Nice new features showing the question. Joey, high five, Joey. I want them to see your hand, though. There it is. There's Joey's hand. Thank you, Joey. That is a cool feature. Joey said he wanted to try it out, and that's a good hear. And Shannon, I like that. Shannon, first time here, but I like what I'm hearing and seeing so far. And Shannon, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you haven't already signed on to the channel, please do. And then Roger said at Shannon, it's addictive. Take the trial if you haven't. VectorVest has been life-changing for my account. That's awesome. And again, I always say you can always hear from me what's going on. I'm always going to talk good about the software. But listen to the people who are subscribers to the software and let them talk to you as well. Inflation will hit homeowners and small businesses now who will be building. But even though people know that interest rates are going to go up, they're still willing to buy houses right now. You know why, Lou? Because even though they're going to rise, they're still at historical low rates. Even if it goes up to 6 or 7%, that's a lot less than what it has been years in the past. All right, that's exactly. What is that for? What? You should wash your hands now. All right, fine. You see that? There we go. All right, Joey gave it. I'm doing that right. I'm doing that live on TV. All right, I'm doing it live on TV. All right, boom. I cleaned them. All right, so with that being said, I think that even though people know that interest rates are going to rise, they're still historically low. I think that even if they go up 2 points, it's still low rates, Lou. So I still think that people will be building, and I still think that people will be refinancing the whole 9 yards. They're historically low. Don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of that. All right, so that's on my building. Let's get into clean energy. That's my next story. My next story is on clean energy, and here's some stocks to take a look at. Canoe gains, which is GOEV, G-O-E-V, gains ground and recently breaks out of wedge pattern. All right, so we're going to take a look at that. We'll take a look at it. Lucid. Now, this is a couple of Teslarati tweets. So this is looking at Tesla and Lucid. I think my personal opinion, I think that Tesla knows that Lucid is going to really try to give them a run for the money. I really think so. Has anybody gone to Lucid's website, looked at those cars? I know they're trading at like $77,000. You could buy it about $77,000. But have you looked at the cars? Look at their website. I did a video and I showed that Lucid's range is sitting at 500 miles. That's from their website. That's not me speculating. That's from their website in a 20-minute charge. I'm liking Lucid, folks. I'm liking Lucid. So somebody said, why is Lucid falling? I think that the stock has gone up nicely since it started selling its cars. I think that this is just more profit-taking than anything. Lucid Motors CEO expects to catch up to Tesla's $1 trillion value in the future. Of course, in the future. When? He didn't lock in a date or a time frame. But I'm telling you, folks, Lucid is a car to keep your eye on, or an EV to keep your eyes on, like the Rivian truck. So my next story is Rivian. All right, Rivian Automotive shares are trading lower as the stock pulls back following its post-IPO surge. Rivian and Lucid, the two hottest names in EVs right now, we're rocking and rolling. I think nothing else but that it's taking profits. But my feeling on Rivian is, the buzz is there. I need to start to see news that they're selling cars that will cement my like or dislike for Rivian. Right now, it's all buzz. It's backed by Amazon. It's backed by Ford. So there's a lot of money behind it. There's a lot of buzz behind it. But when the rubber meets the road, literally, it's got to be, is Rivian selling cars? Is Rivian selling cars? Lucid cars are beautiful. Motor Trend took one trip in California and validated 500. Oh, they did. Look at that. Mark says they validated the 500-mile range. Man, I'm sitting there looking at that number, and I look at Tesla. Tesla doesn't have a vehicle up that high. Even if you get in the truck and get the full battery package on it, it doesn't get you to 500 miles. I'm telling you, folks. How many of you are trading Lucid? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you are staying away from Lucid right now? Type of 2 in the room. How many of you are trading? I'm currently know. Jerry says hi from the Swing Trading Coaching Group. Thank you, Kirby. Tell Jerry I said hi. All right. And Kathy says she shares. That's good. Thank you very much for sharing. I need all of you guys to share this. Now, there's some people who have no in there, that too. I'm telling you, for those of you who are saying no, you know me, and Rob, why do you get a 3 out of this, Rob? How did you get 3 out of this? It was either 1 or 2. All right. In regards to the people that are saying no, go to the Lucid website. I can't tell you what stocks to buy. Go to the Lucid website, check it out. All right, so all I got to do is tell you to check it out. The news behind it is there. Go to their website and check it out. That's what I really, really want you to do. All right, please do that. You stopped out of Lucid today. Again, I think it's a lot of profit taking. We're going to take a look at the stock. A lot of people in here saying no. All right, I can't make you do nothing. But I want you to know that it is definitely a stock that I want you to keep your eyes on. Do you know, are you in line to get one, Michael? Holy smokes, that is awesome. That is awesome. So I'm not in line to get one yet. Joe, are you in line to get one yet?
Oh, yeah, I'm first in line.
No, you shut up. You're not first in line.
Out.
You camped out to get one?
Mm-hmm.
I like to see that somebody is saying that they are in the process of getting one. And when you get one, scroll down. Joey, who was that? Who's in line to get one? Michael, when you do, I want to hear about it. Is that a deal, Michael? When you do get it and you come to Trending Thursday, I want to hear about it. Is that a deal? All right. Linda says, yes, and going to buy calls on Lucid. Again, if you don't have a lot of money in the market, I definitely consider buying calls on it. Rivian and Lucid are the top trending scores of Reddit meme terminal. Sold my Lucid this morning. I've driven one. It's fast, and with wings, it will fly. Wow. Did you hear that, Joey? Mm-hmm. It's that awesome. Wow. So I'm telling you, folks, Lucid is going to give, I don't know how much of a run for the money it's going to give them, but I think Tesla knows it. I think Tesla knows it. All right, so Lucid is, of course, long, and if it pulls to 40 back up the truck, pulls to 40 back, oh, man. All right, let's go take a look at those stocks. So those are the stories. Let's go take a look at the stocks. All right, Tesla. Well, we all know how good Tesla is as a stock. It's at the top of the list in this list. But now let's look and see where the other cars sit. We got to go down a little bit. Cars is my ETF. You know I like to always talk about ETFs. Cars is my ETF. There's Lucid towards the bottom. And where's Rivian? All the way at the bottom. All right, so the news is there, but do the stocks by way of valuation back up what's going on? I'm looking at Lucid, way overvalued. Looking at Rivian, way overvalued. From the fundamentals with relative value and relative safety, neither one of them in place. So I know that Rivian and I know that Lucid are more so speculative trades. All right, are more speculative trades, but we'll keep our eyes on that. Robert says by 2022, Lucid is expected to offer a version of the Air beginning at 77.4 directly to compete with the Tesla models. Wow. I'm telling you that Lucid is going to be a challenger, but right now fundamentally it's not there. The leader of the pack is at the top of the list. Let's right click. Let's view the stock graphs. Let's take a look at all of them. Now, Tesla got hit. Everybody know why Tesla got hit right here? What did Elon said he was going to do because he had issues with taxes? He sold a lot of shares. All right, that's the big dip. Prior to that, Tesla was nicely above the 20-day exponential moving average. It's back above the 20-day exponential moving average after it pulled back, found a level of support sitting at 982.96, nicely bounced back above. All right, let's go take a look at Cars. Cars is my ETF for this space. All right, KARS. In every story, I always like to have an ETF for you. For those of you who don't want to pick just one stock and play the whole space, especially if the space is moving, Cars is my play on that. Right now, it's a down day today, right at that level of the 20-day exponential moving average. But what's it doing? It's a little bit of consolidation right here. A little bit of consolidation. Volume has been above average volume, so there's a lot of interest behind it. Tesla will offer 25,000 cars eventually. That will beat Lucid in the long run profits. But you know something, Robert? I think that even with $25,000 electric car compared to a $77,000 electric car, with the range on Tesla about 320 miles to the Lucid 500 miles, I think that that's a big buying carrot for the Lucid cars. All right, that's a big buying carrot for the Lucid cars. Ulrich says, Lucid down right now. What's your optimism all about, Glenn? What did I say? Hold on a second. I'm going to get to that. You got the big move? What did I say that was, Ulrich? What did I say that was? Profit taking, number one. Number two, is it still above the 20-day exponential moving average? Yup. Is volume still above average? Yup. I'm still positive on it unless it breaks down through that 20-day exponential moving average. Look at this. 2-day pull down, still above. 2-day pull down, still above. Bigger 2-day pull down, still above. That's where my optimism is from. Does that make sense, Ulrich? Does that make sense? I'm telling you that these stocks have gone up as nicely. Look at Lucid. There's some room for profit taking there. And then I look at Rivian. Look at that move since it IPO'd. Up every day. Do you think there's some room for profit taking? Absolutely. Still above the 20-day exponential moving average. All right, Tesla is committing to 1 million cars. No idea on Lucid. Again, Lucid's got to sell cars as well, just like Rivian. And in regards to the stock, I already told you what I was going to do about that, Ghislaine. All right. So I think that it's not time to panic. If your stop's hit and you got stopped out of the car, stopped out of the trade, that's all right. Am I telling you to panic about it? Nope, not doing that. Yes, it makes sense, but patience and investment is never bad. I'm okay with that too. I just don't want you guys to get stuck in a stock. But right now, if you got out, you got out. That's good. Unless it makes sense. Okay, I got that. 1 million miles, I meant. You told what? 1 million miles? Tesla's committing to a 1 million mile on what?
People go 1 million miles.
Not on a charge. Hell no, it can't do that. It's got to charge over.
Right,
so
needing a new battery.
All right, so I don't know what the battery life is on any of these cars just quite yet. All right, and I can't find that on any of their websites to give me a battery life charge, but I can just talk about, at least on a charge, how far you can go. All right.
Cars lasting 1 million.
All right, so cars lasting 1 million. Oh, okay, I got you. All right, GM will get federal, so there's a difference in this is another side of the EV story for me. I like when anything in the market moves on a normal basis. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the good food that you eat? They call it.
Whole Foods.
Not Whole Foods. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, when it's homegrown. I like it when organic. Thank you, Joey. High five. I like it when industry or sector or any product moves organically. This sector did not move organically. A lot of mandates were made by the government to get this to move because we were moving towards a lower carbon footprint. All right? Because we were moving towards a lower carbon footprint. I would have liked the idea, instead of giving mandates, to give incentives for this to move. So I think the other side of this whole spectrum for me is that the whole space was moved inorganically. So that's another story that I can tell for a different time, but that's what I think about that. Tesla hasn't installed their 46.8 batteries yet. Well, we're going to take a look. Again, I'm telling you, I'm just calling it like I see it right now, energy, right now. So what's happening with Pfizer? I don't know. And again, I'll look at stocks later, individual stocks later. So that's my story on EVs. I still think that it's a hot space, and I've given you some stocks to take a look at from that space. My next story, woo-wee, another hot space, uranium. All right, how many of you are trading uranium stocks? All right, type a 1 in the room if you're typing uranium stocks, type a 2 if you're staying away from them. All right, Glenn says, don't marry a stock, says Kirby on Facebook. Absolutely. I may love a stock, but I will never be in love with a stock. I still think that the best play in the market is what? Everybody knows what Glenn's favorite stock is. If you know me, what's my favorite stock? What's my favorite stock? And if anybody's typing 2 on uranium, folks, keep your eyes on uranium. It's been hot, and I think it's going to remain hot. And a lot of that is because of this article you see right here. Uranium and nuclear power play a critical role in the U.S. More and more nuclear power plants are on the horizon to be built. XRO is my second favorite stock, energy. Apple is my favorite stock. Apple is my favorite stock. And thank you for helping me come up with that word, Kathy. It was organic. Joey got it. XROs is number 2. XRO is number 2. Is your software calculating trailing stops as prices fluctuate? Absolutely. When we look at a trailing stop, the trailing stop trails from the highest point the stock has hit since you owned it. All right. My favorite stock is Apple. Absolutely, Mohammed. All right. Research on Tesla will show you expected max mileage, but Gruber can probably tell you more. Again, I still haven't found anything on max mileage on any of the cars just yet. Apple is my stock of choice. So uranium is moving. And again, a lot of it has to deal with the new and upcoming nuclear power plants that are going to be coming on board. Clean energy, right? Let's go back to the software. Let's go find the stocks that I have in place for uranium. LEU, that's a stock that we've traded a few times in our day trading room in the Jockey Club. Another one is CCJ. That's one of my favorites right there, CCJ, because of the price. But I've been watching that stock a lot in regards to uranium. What else I have? I have an ETF for you on this one as well, URNM. And then I have one more, which is Denison. Where's Denison? DNN right here towards the bottom. All right, so here's my 4 uranium stocks. The best one out of all of them is the ETF URNM. There's another uranium ETF, but I just picked this one. Let's go take a look at the stocks. So you know that if we're getting more and more nuclear power plants being built, look at LEU. Look at that. That is beautiful. Definitely looking like your airplane taking off, but market pulled back a little bit. This is pulling back a little bit, but where did it bounce? It bounced right off the 20-day exponential moving average. Thank you for that, Eton. It's UEC. UEC. All right, but look at that. Look at that pullback for 3 days, bounced right off the 20-day exponential moving average. Let's go take a look at CCJ. Bottom left, top right, a little bit more consolidation in the stock right now. I've got a level of support sitting at $25.80, currently trading at $26.60. Nice bounce off that level of support. Volume has been pretty light in regards to the average volume for the past few days. But look at that earnings. Look at that earnings growth. CCJ is definitely in my list for that. Uranium, which is the ETF, also consolidating right now, currently below the 20 exponential moving average. But I like it to play the whole space. I like URNM to play the whole space. And then another one, Denison Mines, a little less expensive to play the whole space or play that uranium space currently below the 20-day. I like it from the bottom left, top right, but I'd wait for it to go back above the 20 exponential moving average. UUUU is another one. UUUU. I'll take a look at that real quick. Another one. Look at that, bouncing off the 20-day exponential moving average and inexpensive as well. All right, so this is a great space, UEC. This is a great space, especially because of a lot more nuclear power plants being built. There you go, Eton, bouncing off of that level of the 20-day exponential moving average. Hot space to be in. That's why it's one of my stocks. What else am I looking at? I think that's all of them. I did building. Clean energy, as a matter of fact, was up 3.5%. The EVs, that space was up 3.5% over the last 2 weeks. And mining uranium is the 7th best sector in the software. The 7th best sector in the software, and it was up about 1.5% over the last 2 weeks. So, again, the question about how I find my stocks, I always start off by looking at what sectors are moving in the VectorVest system, and those are the stocks or those are the sectors that I go with. All right? So, any questions on these stocks today? And if not, I'm going to get back into my stories because now I'm going to talk about my stocks of interest. I always pull up stocks that catch my interest that I want you guys to keep in your radar. Remember, I will never tell you what stocks to buy or sell. I use the analysis within the VectorVest software to help you guys make a decision. How many likes do we have so far today, Joey?
106.
106. We got a lot of likes today. Man, so thank you guys for that. That helps us out a lot. Thank you for that. I'm curious. I can't tell how many people subscribed today. If you're still not a subscriber to the software and you like what you saw today, hit the subscribe button, folks. I still invite you to do that. Hit the subscribe button. Again, that's one of the only ways that we can get to grow the channel, number one. And number two, share this link. Share this link with people that you know. All right? I don't think we got anybody to subscribe today.
No, we did. Look,
We did?
Yeah, there's a few right here.
There's a few. All right. They didn't pop up on the screen. Oh, they did? Where was I? Was I asleep?
I guess up here, I will play for you. Look, right here.
There we go. I love, what does it say?
Pam 2.
You love Pam too? Man, my first wife was Pam. I don't love Pam anymore. No, I'm just saying. All right, but you can love Pam too.
Pam don't love you.
But Pam don't love me no more either. I know she don't love me no more. Cycle Trade says, we love you, Glenn. I love that, man. I love you guys too. I love you guys too. You guys are awesome. I love this community. I love this community. For some reason, I think Tesla battery range was 130 to 150,000 miles, but can't find what produced that thought right now. Sorry about that. Oh, don't worry about it, Joff. I'm gonna work on. I want to try to find out if I can get some battery ranges on these. I'm gonna keep looking for it. And if I can, we'll do that. Please send a prayer to BC. Okay. All right, done. I took care of it. Bill says, I'm trailing, but need to get into the Oh, is that trailing? Oh, yeah. Trailing, but I need to get into the education of how to use VectorVest. Been aware of it for 20 years or so. I just recorded a new video called Getting Started that I think, Getting Started with the VectorVest software. I think that's going to start going out soon. I think that it is. And if you're in the system, I've got a series called the Navigation Series, Bill. The Navigation Series is in the training tab of the software. It's in the training tab of the software. Where's software? Where's my training tab? Training. There it is. I'm telling you right here, the Navigational Series. You want to learn about education about every facet of the software. Use that. All right. So, Bill, I'm going to invite you to do that. Go. That's a good way to learn how to effectively use the software. Will you have an update session tomorrow, Ravi? No, I don't. But this will be on our YouTube channel for review if you want to do that after today. BC, Canada hit by a huge rainstorm. Oh, man. Well, you know me, I will definitely pray for that. Listen, storms ain't no joke. And a lot of people can lose a lot of property, a lot of lives. So definitely prayers will be going out to British Columbia. I did definitely. Lighty says, thank you, Glenn. You are the best. Aw, I like that. I love that. All right. Joey loves when people say that about me too. Don't you, Joey? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Lighty. I appreciate it. And again, Bill, go to the training tab. And I have a video on every single tab in the software in there. Every single tab in the software. And next week, Bill, if you've watched any of it, next week come back to Trending Thursday and tell me what you thought about it. All right? Tell me what you thought about it. But that's a good way for you to learn more from the edge. And it's free. It's totally free. All right, let's go back to my stories. I got one last thing to talk about. And again, that's my stocks of interest. NVIDIA. I got to have that, right? NVIDIA approaches 800 billion market cap. And there's been news out there that a lot of people think NVIDIA is going to be the next stock behind Tesla to hit a trillion market cap. But man, they blew earnings off. They blew it out the water. They blew it out the water. It was like, yeah, we're going to get this earnings, baby. You know what I'm saying? They did it just like that. They got urban. They got urban. They say, yo, we finna blow these earnings out the water. And they did. So hats off to them. I wanted to have them in my stuff. Keep your eyes on it. If you're not trading NVIDIA, you should be thinking about that. XRO. Yes, I own XRO. I own about 10,000 shares of XRO. XRO Partners successfully integrates coil driver into an electric compact car for European market, and it's an NDA. We don't know what company it's with yet. But now the coil driver is getting into a car for XRO is huge. It's huge. How many of you are trading XRO? When will you start midday Friday? I don't know. And I'm thinking it may go back to midday Wednesday. There's a whole lot of stuff going on in the background. I am still trying to get a second midday instead of just midday Monday. It may be a midday Wednesday. We'll see. It may be a midday Wednesday. All right. So this is big news. How many of you are trading XRO? Type of 1 in the room. Man, that is a speculative play. But if this technology works out, folks, XRO could be killer. Good, googly muggly. It could definitely be life-changing money. All right, it could definitely be life-changing money. Second time it's successful in the car. I thought it was successful in a scooter, and now it's successful in the car. This could be before it takes off. Mark my words here. You saw it here on Trending Thursday, 11/18 at 3:02 in the afternoon. Mark my words. This stock could definitely be life-changing money. And Bob, I'm trading underwater too. I think I'm down like $1,500 on the stock. I've been down as much as $5,000 on the stock. So I'm telling you now, this stock could be life-changing money. Could be life-changing. So Kirby, you typed in a 2? You typed in a 2? Man, I'm trying to tell you, you need to look at it. All right, series needs to have Profit Locker Pro added to the series. I'm still been in the process of redoing it. With everything I got going on, it just I don't know. All right, so that's XRO. How many of you saw my Shiba Inu video on the YouTube channel? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you have seen my Shiba Inu, and a lot of you may not be in crypto, and that's fine, but it was a guide on the Shiba Inu stock. It was a guide on the Shiba Inu stock. Life-changing like Senseonics. Listen, I still own Senseonics. I'm making money on it. I'm slowly but surely making money. And Robert, I still own it because I know what you've done for that company. I'm still in it because it's a personal thing to me because it's dealing with diabetes. All right, so I'm just trying to see how many people are trading in XRO. That's fine. That's fine. All right. And, we were talking about the Shiba Inu video. So I'm still talking about that. And I think sometime next week I may do a follow-up on it, on what did I say? Was I going to do that tomorrow possibly? I may have a, I may actually have a midday parlay on Shiba and Doge tomorrow. And Gerard says, Exro announced success with a Mexican vehicle company last month. There you go. All right, that was the second vehicle. Thank you, Gerard. All right. How many people would support a midday parlay on another SHIB versus Doge video tomorrow? Type of one in the room. Huh? It's not gonna be tomorrow? Or Monday?
I said or Monday.
On Monday. It'll either be a midday parlay either tomorrow or Monday. How many of you would support another one of those SHIB versus Doge? Either, yeah. Wow. All right. No, it'll be both, David. It'll be both SHIB and Doge. It'll be both SHIB and Doge. All right. I got some people that are interested. I probably got a lot of people out there that are not interested in as well, and that's fine. All right, that's fine. Thanks, gentlemen, including Glenn this time. Got to run. Wow, Mark. Thank you for the super chat. Well, oh, you really put that?
I want to share that.
Wow, you want to put that up there, right?
That's a great comment.
Wow, really?
Thanks, Mark. We'll see you, man.
Bye, Mark. Holy smoke. That is a good-looking dog. That is a pretty-looking dog. No, don't stop leaving it up there. All right. I know. I'm thinking about Cycle. That's another stock that I've asked for people. That people have asked me to look at ALU. I will. If I can get a story out of Cycle Trade, I would. If I can get a story out of it, I'll do that. All right. So that SHIB, it's still making the news. That's why I'm looking at it. Let's go to the next one. As far as cryptos, Google searches for NFTs spiked to a record high. So crypto is moving. And one last one. What is this? What's the full story? What is the story? Sigh. I don't know. I thought that should have been my last one. Yeah, that should have been my last one. I don't know what that breaking story is. Let's go take a look at those stocks real quick. And then I told you I was going to do one other thing for you. All right? So let's go take a look. NVIDIA. Look at that. The number one stock out of the top 22 in here. XROF is going to be pretty much near the bottom. There it is. And then we're going to look at BITO. That's looking at the whole crypto space instead of looking at it, because we don't track any currencies at all, foreign currencies or cryptocurrencies. So BITO is a way for you to play the whole space. I'm going to take a look at these stocks real quick, review the stock graphs. All right. Look at that. NVIDIA looks beautiful. That's all I got to say about that. You're beautiful. That's all the words I know to the song I sing. Dogs of the Dow. I thought about that. I looked at that. I don't think that it's enough of a story for people to really want to come to look at, Bill, if that's what you're asking. All right, Shiba will retrace a bit more before it moves higher. Sashi, I am going to take a look at that. Upwork County, CNTY thoughts when you have a chance. I got you, David. All right, so that's on NVIDIA. That's on XROF. The big news, pulled back. Folks, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. XROF is still a speculative play, but I'm thinking that the news behind it, look at where the pulled back to, still above the 20-year exponential moving average. And then there's BITO. BITO looks poopy. I got nothing for it. That's a technical term. BITO looks poopy. I'm still telling you, though, within this space, there are some cryptos, but understand that crypto is a real speculative space. So, before we get into your stocks, one last thing I want to look at. Remember I told you I would help you in regards to what to do in case the market is going down? Let's do this. I'm going to go to the Viewers tab. Let's go to the Watchlist viewer. Where is my ETFs? I'm going to talk to you guys about contra ETFs. Contrarian to the market. These are ETFs or exchange traded funds that go up when the market goes down. All right. In the VectorVest software, we have a list of contra ETFs. I can sort by percent price change on a down day. I can see which ones are moving. All right. For those of you who are subscribers to the software, you can do this. You can do this every day, especially on a down day. I'm streaming. I can see which contra ETFs are going up the most. Now, if you're brand new to the contra ETF world, I'm going to tell you that you probably want to go look at non-leveraged contras. Non-leveraged contras. This is the simplest, safest ways to play contra ETFs. All right, go to the price column, percent column, YXI, that's going up the most. And these are non-leveraged. Non-leveraged. For every dollar that these indices go down, this goes up 1 or 1%. All right, so I told you that I would show you a simple, easy way to make money even when the market is going down. As a subscriber to the software, you have access to those viewers list. Go to the Watchlist viewer, go to our ETF folder. If you are more well-versed and understand how to trade contras a little quicker, we have 2-time and 3-time leverage contras in here as well. All right, so that's what I wanted to tell you. If the market goes down, you can still make money. And I will tell you this, markets go down faster than they go up. You have a better opportunity to make money quicker in a downtrending market than you have on uptrending. And now Rich is right. Because I'm looking at this watch list, what am I looking at? I'm looking, All right. What is that? Be aware of volume on the contras. All right, that's a great question. When I'm looking at a watch list of these contras, this is the non-leverage. I'm always going to tell you to do just that. Sort by average volume. You want to make sure that you're in liquid contras. Whether you're in 2-time, 3-time, or no leverage, this is the best way. And then now I've got them sorted by the average volume. Why don't I only play the ones that are going up? Does that make sense? Rich, thank you for checking me on that. All right, thank you for checking me on that. Beauty, non-leverage to 2 or 3, and cycle is set up that way. It's set up that way for you. All right, so 99 cents gets you access to the software for 30 days. You have access to just what I showed you in case the market starts going down. For anybody who hasn't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Do it now. All right. For anybody who hasn't subscribed to the channel, do it now. Hit the everybody who hasn't, hit the subscribe button right now. I want to see this chime up and go subscribe, 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 and I'm not seeing that happen. That makes me sad. All right. How many likes did we get today, Joey?
134.
Nice on the likes. Yeah. Awesome, folks. Thank you very much. Why the CI so low, Roger? Because when the market's moving up, these are moving down. When the market is moving down, these move up. The market just started pulling back a little bit. These are going to be beaten up. These are definitely going to get beaten up. On the Facebook side, though, I am getting the hearts and the likes. I'm getting the hearts and the likes. So thank you for that on the Facebook side. But on the YouTube side, I'm looking for the people to hit the subscribe button, Joey.
I'll give you one from earlier.
You give me the ones from earlier?
Yeah, I'll give you one more from earlier.
Oh, there you go. That makes me feel good. That's only a person that did it, but you just made it happen again.
Yeah,
They already did it. All right, folks. You know what time it is? Let's go take a look at your stocks before we head out the door. All right, start typing them in. Facebook, I want to see some stocks from you. Facebook, I want to see some stocks from you, so start typing them in the room. All right, let's do it. Starbucks, SBUX, CSCO, TPR, GG. I like that GGPI. I've been looking at it. Boeing, NXNFV. I don't track it. I don't track that stock. Volta, that's a stock that I've been asked to look at a lot as well. We'll take a look at that. Amazon, AMZN. I'm looking for some stocks from Facebook. PLTR, I like that stock. I've done videos on PLTR. SEV, FCX, Copper Play, Simo, SIMO, Apple, AAPL, Upwork, UPWK, CNTY, LGFB, what else is, man, I got a lot. ESGC. All right, I got that. BXC, SOL, LMN. I like that. MLM. Sundial, SNDL, MRNA. Man, you guys give me a lot of stocks today. All right, let's see how many stocks I got. I normally don't go over 20. I got 21 stocks. Anybody who put in a stock that I did not look, that I did not put up here, NVNX, I don't have the NVNXF. I do track it. All right, there we go. Sounds like it's a drug company. Can't see why. And something tells me it's a drug company. It's probably got some drug news on it. So I got my stocks from both MMIR. That's from Facebook. I got my stocks cannot be found. I can't MMIR. It won't give me that. MMIR. Yeah, it is. All right, I got, wow, cannot be found. Oh, man. I don't know what that is. All right, anyway, I got 22 stocks today. If there's a stock that you typed in that I did not put in, go to www.vectorvest.com/free. You get a free stock analysis. I bought it on November 3rd in the hot stock panels, EVC. All right, that's my last one. All right, let's go take a look at these stocks. We're going to do it in a quick fashion. Let's where all your stocks fit, because this list is sorted by VST. Whoever gave me BXC, congratulations. That's at the top of the list by VST. Whoever gave me Palantir, as much as I like this stock, is at the bottom of the list. I still feel big about Palantir because of what they do. It just needs to come into fruition. They're getting a lot of contracts and all that stuff. But that's at the bottom of the list. And how about I got my weed stocks at the bottom of the list? There's upwork toward the bottom of the list and so on. But now you can see where they all sit. Whoever gave me CNTY, SIMO, LG, FB, there they are. Roman, I already got my stocks for today. And again, for every stock that's out there that I did not look at today, I invite you to go to www.vectorvest.com/free to get a free stock analysis. Just pretty much what I'm getting ready to do right now. All right, let's graph all of these. We're going to go through quick. We're going to look at them on a 3-month basis with the 20-day exponential moving average. BXC, like the stock. Look at that move, nicely way above the 20-day exponential moving average. As a way to get out of it, though, I would put on something like the 8 exponential moving average. It's tracking the price a little closer. That gives me the opportunity to get out of that stock a little faster without giving all the way back down to the 20-day exponential moving average. There's the 8 exponential. I would use that as a way to track to get out of the stock. All right, let's go to the next stock, which is LGFB, Lionsgate, just like Cinemark, just like AMC. These are all movies. Moving up, I had a level of resistance sitting at 1631. Recently broke above, but right now sitting and consolidating right at that level of support. Ooh, SIMO, electric semiconductor. I got AMD. I've got NVIDIA. I've got I got TSEM. Too many other stocks in this space that I would look at. This is currently below the 20 exponential moving average. I do like the earnings and the earnings growth. I don't like price action. Stock's price is definitely trending down from that high. Yeah, I'm not feeling this stock. There's too many other stocks in the space that I think make better sense. But if you own it, man, you gotta sit back and say, is it worth it? The stock's price is in a downtrend. It's trending below the downtrend and below the 20 exponential moving average. So just be careful with this stock. If you own it, I'm not a big fan of it just by looking at the graph. Now, there could be news behind it. I don't know what the news is behind it. CNTY pretty much leveling out right now between a level of the high, sitting at a value of 1644 and a level of support at 1510. Stocks in the channel, it is currently above the 20-day exponential moving average. Down day to day, broke back down below both the 20-day and a level of support. Volume is okay. It's consolidating. If you're not out of this stock, if you own it, you're not out of the stock. If it breaks down below and closes below the 20-day, you might want to think about taking that stock off the table. Next one, MLM. This is an infrastructure stock. Clearly above the 20-day exponential moving average, but consolidating right now. Nice earnings growth, but the earnings is growing. And remember, earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher or drives a market higher. Next one, EVC. Wow. Currently trending lower from the high. More down days than up days. Currently below the 20-day exponential moving average, but above a level of support sitting at 807. Be careful with this. A longer term trend, that 20-day, it's below. But saving grace right now is that it is trading at a level of support. Earnings looks good. Earnings growth looks good. Just be careful with the stock. I'm going to give you, if it falls below this level of 807, I probably would consider taking it off the table. All right, I probably would consider taking it off the table at that time. Next stock would be Apple. Got to love it. Look at that. Not only is the stock's price rising, it's doing so on rising earnings. I try to time the opportunity to be in Apple. Right now, I'm back in Apple, and I got into it when the price went back above the 20-day exponential moving average, so I'm doing well. But look at the rising volume, and the stock's price is rising. I like it. I like that stock. I cannot lie. Let's go into mRNA. This is a stock. This is my favorite stock in the vaccine space. It's a was a lower dollar stock with a relative value above 1. Look at the relative value. The stock should outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years by 100%. By 100%. It's getting smoked. Gap down, gap down. Was this an earnings play? It was. It was an earnings play. The stock's price is resilient enough, starting to rise back again. This has been such a tough stock to play. Casino stocks getting hot after Thanksgiving, but after that, be careful. Casino stocks never even hit my radar as something to look at, Lou. So I hear you. It's not moving enough for me. All right, it's not moving enough for me. Let's go to the next stock, copper play. Copper's pulling back, but look at where it stopped, right at the 20-day. Look at the big wick at the bottom of the candle, some buying pressure. I like the buying pressure. I like a little bit of the hammer formation right here. Let's go see if it can bounce off that level of support and start moving back up. Earnings look good. Earnings growth looks good. Next one. Wow, NVNXF. That's a mining company. Let's go see what news popped up on it. What news is making it move? 3 battery companies. Is it in the EV space? Could be. That was 3 months ago, though. Let's go see what's happening 6 hours ago. Infrastructure bill, auto manufacturer, EV commitments, and gigafactories all support positive outlook. Ta-da! You wanted to know why it's going up? Now you know. It's a cheap stock. Look at that little bit of a doji going on, but look at all that buying pressure on good volume. This may not be a bad play. All right, it is not mining. It's in the EV space. What's your VV growth protector mean in your charts? It is the earnings growth rate shown in a percentage. They bake a special form of carbon for electrodes. Is that what it is, Roger? All right, I don't know much about the stock, but it is moving. And again, this is where I would throw the 8 exponential moving average as a way to get out of the stock a little earlier than waiting for the 20-day. I remember the 20-day is a longer-term move. I like the stock, though. That thing is moving like an airplane. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's moving bottom left, top right. I like the stock. I'd look into that a little bit more. I might actually have to do a story on it. That's an interesting stock. TPR, Tapestry. A little gapation going on. From the earnings, its stock is consolidating right at a level of support of 44.52. It's got a level of resistance at 47.02. Definitely sitting in the channel. A little bit of an update today, but not a lot of body. On big volume, too. Look at that volume compared to the last couple of days. There's a little bit of conviction to the move. Wow, Amazon. That wasn't an earnings play. Watch earnings per share. Watch earnings growth. Amazon looks good. Nice update today. Not sure what made it move up this much today on big volume, but watch the earnings and earnings growth. Be careful with that. I could play the price action and play the stock's price higher, but watch these things because earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Cisco, was this an earnings play? No, but I don't know what made it gap down. That's not pretty. It not only gapped down, it gapped down hard. I don't know what the news was on this. Let's go see if I can find some news on this real quick. Let's scroll down. Press releases. What happened with Cisco? 23 hours. Cisco reports first quarter earnings. Whatever it was, that wasn't good. They didn't like it. They sure didn't like that right there. No, I'm almost. Am I still talking? Son, I'm gonna fight you. Starbucks. Oh, and I don't have you ain't turning. Whatever. Starbucks. I like the company overall. It's got a relative value above 1, relative safety above 1. Stock is in consolidation mode right now. I think that as the Christmas season comes up, a lot of people are going to be buying a whole bunch of coffee. I think it's going to run up going into the Christmas season, but right now it's slowed down. NVNXF is long since October 24th and would stay above 620. Cheers. So cycle trade. I like the stock. I do like the stock. I need to look more into it. How do you find the support line in these graphs? David, I have a feature called support resistance, and it will automatically draw my lines for me. We're one of the only softwares out there that will do that. It will automatically draw my support and resistance lines for me. All right, that's something found. 99 cents will get you access to that. All right, let's go. Sev, looks like a brand new. Is this a new EV company? Yes or no? Type it in the room. Is this a new EV company? If it is, we just started tracking it. Big update yesterday. Rebound. It's pulled back a lot today. That's profit taking. I think it's probably a new EV. VLTA, nicely, his earnings did well, stayed above the 20-day exponential moving average and sitting at a level of support of 1103. Just keep your eyes on it. It's a little back and forth. All right, so that's the way I look at it. Just be careful. And Stephanie says, yes, it's a new EV company. All right. This space is going to start getting more and more crowded. You just watch it. It's going to get more and more crowded. SOL. Woo. I'm not feeling that right now. You know how I feel if I own it? I feel like that. Stocks prices pulled back down, broke through a level of support, sitting at the level of 839, approaching another level of support, sitting at 772 and below the 20-day exponential moving average. If you own the stock, be careful. I do like the earnings and the earnings growth. I don't like price action. Price action. Maria says, thank you. Great information as usual. Have a great day. Thank you for being here and supporting Trending Thursday, Maria. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, especially if you guys found this stuff useful. 145 likes today? You guys go. That is so awesome. NVNXF has a value of 40 cents, Eton, because it ain't made enough money yet. So when I'm looking at this stock, right now I'm not going that far back. I'm playing price action on it. The stock could be way overbought. People are willing to pay a premium for it, but I'm playing price action. Boeing. I'm not feeling Boeing. No, look at all these. No. I do like the earnings and the earnings growth, but price action, I'm not really feeling that. Look at these closed candles. That means the price on these closed candles is lower than when it opened up. They may be green, but they're closed. It's above the 20-day, and it doesn't have any real solid footing in any direction. So be careful with Boeing. Next one, ESGC Media, another movies. I ain't feeling this. Drop. It was in a channel, dropped out of the channel, dropped below the 20 days, still moving lower. I do like earnings and earnings growth, but not the right time to be in the stock, and it's a sell recommendation. All right. Is that you crying there, Glenn? No, that's Joey crying. I can't, my voice is, shut up.
Perfect.
No, it wasn't.
That was exactly
No, it was
it.
not exactly it.
Exactly.
Listen, I will fight you later, but right now I got to finish up with these stocks. Sundial. I'm not feeling Sundial. I'm not feeling marijuana. I haven't been feeling, and look at that. It beat earnings, and look at the big fall behind it. I'm not feeling marijuana, not as an industry. I just, not. Look at it. Look at this stuff. I'm not feeling it as an industry. All right, Upwork. Oh, my goodness. That's not good looking. Broke below a level. It was in a channel. It got above the channel, got back in the channel, broke below that level of support of 48.17, still falling. Whew, this is going like down, 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 doomby-dooby down, low, 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 low. Yeah, I'm not feeling Upwork, man. And if you're in it, you got to make a decision on when enough is enough. All right? This is going to end in the parking lot. Yes, it is, Dave. And it's going to end with 2 hits, me hitting him and him hitting the pavement. So that's it.
It's going to be 3 hits.
It's not going to be 3 hits.
Me hitting you, you hitting the ground, and Kid Rock's ball with the ball playing in the back.
Wow. Goodbye. All right, GGPI. Another SPAC, and it ain't coming back yet. All right, below the 20-day. It went below the 20-day yesterday. More confirmation of below the 20-day today. Again, just be careful with it. I'm not feeling it right yet. Not yet. You know, even if it's a SPAC and it's good, wait for a better opportunity to buy. All right, wait for a better opportunity to buy. The last stock, Palantir, as much as I love this stock, it's not the right time to be in this stock. That's what it comes down to. It's not the right time to be in this stock. All right, I still think that this stock's got a lot of upside potential, but I'm not feeling that it's the right time to be in this stock. A lot of stocks looking bad. Yeah, but we know something. We found a lot of good stocks to take a look at today. We really did. And especially because the sectors were rising. That's how I find my stocks. And there may get to a time where I'm not going to be able to find. If the market really goes down, am I going to still be able to find you what sectors are moving? Absolutely. But at that time, we're going to concentrate more on contra ETFs. All right, we're going to concentrate more on contra ETFs. All right, folks, if you haven't already, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it's free. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button, folks. Mike says, always humorous when young guys like Joey let older guys think they can take them. Whatever. Money on Joey? Really? Really?
You heard the man.
Money on Joey? Are you serious?
You heard the man.
Wow. David says, love these talks, Glenn. I subscribed to the service a few days ago. Outstanding. Thank you for doing that. So he went above and beyond to just subscribing to the channel. He subscribed to the VectorVest service. And I still, if you're a YouTuber and you want to sign up, 99 cents for 30 days to sign up for the software. All right. I appreciate the education today. Thank you. Thank you, Chris, for being here. You guys, today was a great day. You know, I didn't have to use my AK. Today was a good day. You know, I went to the Super Burger, got a fat burger, and I got it from the girl that I wanted to. I can't talk about that. No, I can't talk about that. Yeah. All right, Bill says, signed up last November. Awesome. Why isn't Patrick coming to the Tampa Live? Folks, we got a whole lot of people going to Tampa. We got a whole lot of people going to Tampa. So I think that's more so the reason why. All right. So with that, join us in Tampa, folks. Again, www.vectorvest.com/Tampa to go live. And if you want to watch it from home, www.vectorvest.com/stream. All right. And next week, Patrick's got 2 more weeks left on the Trading for Charity. Please support him on the YouTube channel. Tuesday and Wednesday, 11:30 on each days. It's a great cause to raise money for less, what's the word I'm looking for? Less fortunate kids to help them out for Christmas. Support that. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel to donate, or you can do a super chat. All right. So with that, we talked about Tampa. We talked about Trade for Charity. We talked about how many likes. We got a lot of likes today. And we got some people who subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys. Look at that. All right, we're ready to go. So, folks, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.